Thanks for joining me. My name's Lucy and this is a Good Chat video. Today I'd like to talk to you about something that is looming, and that is the New Year's. It's past Christmas now, 2020 is nearly over, and 2021 approaches really quickly. We're a few days away from New Year's Eve and bringing in the new year. Around this time of year is when a whole bunch of people are going to start making New Year's resolutions. I am not a fan. The reason being, I really think that they set you up for failure. Chances of you actually carrying through with a New Year's resolution is pretty low. We've overindulged, we've been a bit lazy, we've taken some time off, our diets have been poor, and then we think, oh, I'll fix it all in the new year. And we say, oh, this year I'm going to go to the gym, and then we sign up for a membership, and by February, we aren't going anymore. The reason for this is that we're not building sustainable, positive, healthy habits. We're actually just making a New Year's resolution, something that we feel is going to amend the actions that we're taking at New Year's and before New Year's, say drinking a lot, overindulging in foods, being a bit lazy and not going for regular exercise. And then we're applying that logic to, I will fix it later. And that, of course, doesn't happen. So what you're actually doing is you're generally just setting yourself up for failure. What is a much better plan is to do a self-care plan for 2021 that includes not just immediate physical things like I want to lose weight, or I want to start eating healthy, or I'm going to stop drinking. It's an overall general self-care plan that includes some habit-building exercises for you to take on during the new year across all aspects of your life. Now, to plug the site, of course, because that's what I'm here for, if you go over to A Good Chat, you will find under the shop title, you'll find a printable downloadable that is absolutely free for a limited time only. Save yourself $5. It is an easily printable, easy to follow self-care plan. You fill in the blanks, you put in all the parts that you want to. If you don't want to fill in the whole lot of it, don't fill in the parts that are relevant to you. Or you can fill in the whole lot of it and have a really easy to follow plan for you for the next year. Now, I'm a big believer in self-care plans. Being a counsellor, we develop them with every one of our clients. Everybody that comes through for regular counselling sessions with us, that's easy, sustainable, maintainable, and expandable as their needs change. That's the other thing as well. Sometimes our needs change, so you start off in one direction and you realise that's not working, or you achieve that goal and you need to go off in another direction. So we've allowed for that. We encourage weekly and monthly as opposed to yearly goals. However, having a yearly goal, something that you really want to have happen in 12 months' time, that's a great achievement to have as well, as long as you know how to break it down into achievable steps. What we don't want to happen is we don't want you to set yourself up with lofty goals and no way of getting there. And that's often happens with New Year's resolutions. You say to yourself, I'm going to get fit and healthy. And that's it. You don't say, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to take these steps that actually change my diet and change my eating habits. I'm going to take up fasting. I'm going to eat more fruits and vegetables. No, you just leave it as, I'm going to get fit and healthy. I'm going to lose all this weight. That's not how we do things. It really isn't. That's how we set ourselves up for failure. And setting ourselves up for failure can trigger a whole bunch of negative emotional reactions within us. And we feel things like depression, sadness, failure. We say to ourselves, oh, once again, you can't do it. And oh, you failed again. You said you were going to do this and you just didn't do it. What we actually lacked was the steps between here's the goal and here's how I'm going to do it. And this is each step. A self-care plan helps break things down into manageable bite-sized pieces, and that's actually what we need. We also need to take care of ourselves holistically, not just in one aspect or one area, because very few of us have one area of our life that needs fixing and no others. We usually need to take a self-care approach holistically across the board. We want to maintain a balance between work and home life. When we're at home, is our home environment a nice environment? Is our health a priority? Our physical health, our diet, our exercise, maintaining social balance. We need to know all the parts of our lives to address to maintain these things, because everything is interconnected and intertwined. we're a holistic person. You don't have a separate home life and a separate work life. As much as you might try to maintain that balance, the connecting factor is you. You're the one that's going to be taking work home at the end of the night or not taking it home at the end of the night, depending on how well you've established your own boundaries. These are things that we need practice to maintain, and we often need guidance to set them up in the first place, and there's absolutely no shame in that whatsoever. It took me 40 years to develop a self-care plan. I'm somebody that chronically set lofty goals with no steps as how to get there, and then wondered why I failed all the time and felt really bad about that fact. That was why. Now I educate others on how to achieve these goals and how to keep your motivation up to get you to achieve these goals. Of course, if you don't want to set up your own self-care plan by yourself, you feel a bit lost and a bit confused, you can of course pop over to a good chat, see the links down below, and you can set up an appointment with us and you can set up a self-care plan. We're happy to go through it with you and to set yourself up so that over the next 12 months you've got a manageable, sustainable self-care plan. But if you want to do it on your own, pop over to the shop, again, links down below, and grab yourself the free printable PDF. I swear to you, it's so easy to do, but it's something that if you print up and keep accessible, stick it on the fridge, stick it on your front door, stick it on your bedroom door, your closet, wherever you want to, and have it there as that daily reminder. Now, we encourage you to fill it out weekly. There is actually a page at the back of it that is a weekly plan that has steps for you to achieve. Like there's an example in there that'll show you what you should fill it out, how it should look like. But again, if you want help with it, if you don't want to Google it, you don't understand the information that's being presented to you on Google, feel free to contact us at a good chat and we'll be happy to walk through it with you. You can also book in, of course, for counselling sessions, and as part of that, we'll set you up with everything that you need to have a maintainable, sustainable and achievable plan. Now, on that note, I've decided that over the next 12 months, I've set a really lofty goal for myself that hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to achieve by breaking it down into bite-sized chunks. Now, I don't know if anybody's interested in following that journey, but I've decided to make a second channel to post the content from that because I didn't want to flood this channel, but you might also find that it's a bit motivational. I've decided to get fit, and by the end of the year, I want to have dropped 45 kilos. That's an awful lot. I'm a very big person. And believe me, I have it there to spare. So if you're interested, you can also jump over to my second channel and you'll see some stuff there on how I intend on getting to that goal. And I plan on doing it largely by myself, but I am going to reach out when I need to and get help. Now, I'm somebody that has yo-yo dieted and had some ups and downs over the years. And I figured I've been on my health journey now for 3 months. Normally at this point, I've kind of tapered off and I've kind of gone, yeah, it's all right. I'm kind of done here. And this time I haven't. I've decided to double down on it. And the fact is that it's New Year's, and I was talking to somebody today about New Year's resolutions, and they said, oh, is yours to get fit? And I was like, no, it's not a New Year's resolution. It's part of my self-care plan. And I thought, well, here's this video. Here's this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make up another channel. You'll see the links down below there. Life X Luci, Luci, and you can jump over there. Again, links below. And you'll see on there the journey that I'm going to take. I am in a privileged position of being able to afford to go to the gym and have a bunch of fancy little bits and pieces that I think most people that are watching this would definitely have access to. Nothing extravagant. I don't have a home gym. I've joined a gym and I go off to it. So yeah, you'll see me struggle along over there, and maybe you'll find that as motivation. I figured that one of the ways for me to maintain accountability is to post it online and open myself up for that kind of criticism, because I find that very motivating. A lot of people, it'd scare the bejesus out of them, myself included. It absolutely scares the bejesus out of me, but it should be a fun journey to watch for anybody that's not currently going through it and isn't me. So I do hope that you'll join me over there. But in the meanwhile, don't make New Year's resolutions to yourself. Please, please, please don't set yourself up for failure like that. I really want you to get into making a self-care plan. If you don't want to use our pack, just jump onto Google. There's millions of them out there for free that you can download. Also, start journaling. It's a great way of having a self-care plan right there. But we'll do that in another video and we'll talk about that later. For now, thanks so much for joining me. If you're interested in following along on my other journey, jump on over to my other channel there. There'll be a few vids up by the time this is up. So thanks so much for joining me. I love the fact that there are people that are actually interested. I love the fact that there are people out there that are joining me on these chats. So I hope to talk to you soon, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.